Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, a word from our sponsors. Here to tell you about Rocket Money, the app that saves me the most money. Guys, I've saved hundreds of dollars in 2024, and I'm going to save hundreds more in 2025.
You're welcome.
I know.
To me and Rocket Money.
Joe's the one that turned me on to the app. And honestly, it helps you get organized. It helps you set your budgets.
It reminds you of all the things that are coming up. It's like, hey, Ubisoft Plus, cancel it. Get rid of, the Game Pass one's coming up. There's lots of stuff.
It lists your recent transactions so you can say, hey, which one of y'all ordered that for me? And then you can even go in to reoccurring subscriptions and make sure that all of the things
you cancel those too.
Exactly. Reminds you to cancel it. It shows you when they increase the price. It makes you so much more aware. Guys, this app is free. And you can try additional features by unlocking premium. So guys, this is the way to go. It is download it now using our link. You can go to rocketmoney.com/angryjoeshow and try it out yourself now for free. And of course, there's more features if you want to upgrade to premium. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Guys, check it out. I get helpful reminders all of the time, especially when things go up in price that I didn't know about. So
it's my favorite feature.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, click the links down below. Okay, going into AJS News. So top lists are coming out this week. We've got Best is up first, followed by Disappointing. Then Worst will probably be next week. And then we go on to Movies and potentially TV shows. So stay tuned for that. Alex, what the hell else has been going on in gaming news? Part 2.
Potentially really exciting hardware news. So NVIDIA is claiming that the RTX 5070 is as fast as the 4090. Of course, a lot of
the
this
4090 Ti or the 4090?
Yeah, this one was RTX 4090.
Huh.
And so it's cherry-picked data. But what is really exciting about it is the DLSS 4 frame generation is really as good as advertised. And when playing specifically Marvel Rivals, putting them head-to-head, it just outpaced it like pretty significantly.
So wait, there was no Ti on 4090, was there? Yeah, there was no 4090 Ti.
So the 5070 put out 240 FPS compared to the 4090's 180.
Well, see, we skipped the 4090, right? Because we're just like,
it's so expensive.
I don't know. We were just, not only was it expensive, but we were just suspect.
There's like some problems with it too.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah, there was some thermal paste issues in there. And so it's like a lot of people skip generations, but this is a really good sign if you've been skipping the generations, especially
I did.
with how expensive they are and like the performance
you could be rewarded.
So like I'm rocking 20 series on both of my PCs, and this is exciting news.
I've got the 30.
You got a 3090 at yours.
3090 Ti, I think.
Yeah, so I've got a 2080 Founders and 2080 Ti. So a 5070 actually sounds really great.
Yeah.
But it's particularly this DLSS 4. This frame generation technology is just going to help significantly. And so as long as your motherboard can handle the massive thing to go in there.
Yeah. And some of the benchmarks, it's only in a specific game that takes advantage of that specific technology. Like Marvel Rivals apparently works better on that $500 new 50 series card than it did the 40 series card. But obviously, when you go up to the $2,000 card, the top of the line 50 series, that's going to do even better. But how much better is the question?
Yeah.
You're going to get like what, 10, 13, 22% for 4 times the cost, 3 times the cost. And that is, up to per user, obviously. And then you'll get better performance across all games, not just the games that use the DLSS 4.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's also a good thing because potentially we can start seeing deep discounts in the 40 series. People who are waiting to upgrade. And so it's like, this is where I'm looking now. It's like, hey, I would never spend for my own personal stuff $2,000 on a video card. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no.
But for business, for like the Angry Joe Show, I might consider that card.
Well,
but
you do rendering and other stuff that the average consumer doesn't do. But it's like I've been using my 2080 even on brand new games, and it still works great.
And I would recommend doing that, or just waiting and not pulling the trigger. There's just a lot going on in the graphics card area, and you know how overpriced they are.
It pays to be patient. Just don't do the thing where people are buying used graphic cards from unknown places that have burned them out, and don't do that. But this is exciting. In less exciting news, layoffs at Piranha Games. So 38 employees got let go from Piranha, 69 workers affected by the Toadman closure. And so this is based on the poor performance of MechWarrior 5 Clans.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks because I was really looking forward. Look, I love MechWarrior. I know Alex loves MechWarrior. And we played the game, and I was actually enjoying it for some time. And then we were running into a lot of issues with multiplayer because we wanted to play it in 4 to 5 player multiplayer, and it was causing a lot of issues. And maybe they released it a little too early without the appropriate co-op support, but that's what we played it specifically for. It's mainly like a single-player type of experience with highly directed cutscenes and stories and characters, and a little less freedom than the previous Mercenaries, where you can go across the galaxy and do this and all that, the over map. And while I still like it, and I think it's been patched by now, and so I'd like to return to it to see if it has improved, it was, at least for us, a bit of a disappointment at release.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed.
So it makes sense that it maybe by word of mouth didn't kind of catch fire and make a lot of sales.
Yeah, according to them, despite the phenomenal work by the team at Piranha, the game failed to reach new audiences and expand its core audience as expected, and therefore has not met the necessary sales targets, which has forced us to undertake necessary actions.
And what's interesting is, when we were firing our lasers and hitting trees and doing all the missiles, I kept thinking, I remember this being better looking
in previous editions.
And what's interesting is Clans is on Unreal 5, and Mercs, the one before it, is on Unreal 4.
Yeah.
So they're two different engines, and it just goes to show you it's not always the engine, that makes everything look better on Unreal Engine 5. The developers not only have to make an engine jump, and there's a lot that goes in that, and a lot of development work, and kind of starting from scratch, and starting with some of these particle effects that they were used to in Unreal 4 that they're not in 5. And that kind of also blunted the experience and kind of added to my disappointment with it. But I'm sure, over time, if they can get good with it. Now, it sucks that the support studio almost completely shuttered. More than 60 jobs lost there. Piranha lost 38 jobs, and that will affect them. But hopefully they're going to kind of continue forward and maybe update Clans and make it even better and provide patches and updates to it. But I am curious about the future of the MechWarrior series.
I don't think that MechWarrior can continue on like this, where it's honestly, I thought that the writing was poor, the presentation was poor, the lack of customization from the beginning of the game was poor, and this is not how you get new people into your game. And I still have all of my MechWarrior CDs and books. Like, I love MechWarrior. Like,
I want to play MechWarrior 2, and I want to play the RTS one that you can't even find anymore, Mech Commander 2.
I think I have the CD for that one as well.
God,
we just need to find a USB CD drive because I haven't had a computer with
a CD drive. Yeah,
CD-ROM.
We'd have to go and buy a
play on your laptop.
1997 computer. Can we buy that on eBay or something?
Well, we'll find some sort of compatibility mode that works, and it probably won't. Or we'll play on a little screen that's like this big on our monitors. But I want it in hands of people that do more. Like, I don't want to feel a downgrade when you're marching through a tree. I don't want to feel
Commander 2 up here.
I don't want to feel like that they're not trying, and it kind of felt like they weren't trying as hard as they should have. So
yeah.
Yes, and I don't know if the MechWarrior license, I want good things for it, and I know Piranha Bytes is very close with that license, but I think we could they either need an injection of more money so we can have a bigger budget and a bigger team and really go hard into it. I know it's difficult to justify if the sales numbers are not there for even this, but it just needs to break out. Microsoft needs to be like, look, we want to make MechWarrior one of our big things. And I think with that big injection, well, either giving Piranha Bytes more money or allowing more studios to work on it or whatever, that would be the solution. Yeah. I desperately want MechWarrior to be
they want big money,
big time
Do you
franchise.
think this is going to be big money?
big money.
Yeah, I mean, there's things like mechs are big. There's a lot of mech games coming out that people are excited about, and it's
Maybe when those do well,
Yeah.
Microsoft will
Yeah.
sniff some money.
Yeah,
They want to see
And
that.
they want to jump
the
in.
return.
I hope.
yeah,
Okay. Well,
I hope so, but
Yep.
I don't know. All right, and more disappointing sales news. Did you guys know that in 2024, in multiple markets, Star Wars Jedi Survivor outsold Star Wars Outlaws?
what?
I believe that
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
still
I
don't
guess
want to
that's
play.
crazy.
I don't want to play Outlaws.
You would think, an open world
game.
game versus an adventure game, the open world game is going to beat it. No.
No,
No.
Won the case of 2024.
Now, do you think that do you think this has to do more with Ubisoft, or do you think it has to do with it was a chick and, guys aren't buying video games with female protagonists and they were sick
Ubisoft.
of that, or the fact that it was Ubisoft and it was like Ubisoft has a reputation of boring open
Yes.
world copy paste?
That's my main thing. I didn't care for the new update they did. Like, what was it, the stealth?
They
and
fixed the
everything.
stealth
They
systems,
fixed
yeah.
everything, but that was a major problem, and it just kind of looked boring and generic. I didn't want to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I played it all the way through, and it was a fine game, but there was definitely parts where I was bored, and there's parts where it's like, this is copy-paste, and they made a lot of mistakes, and the problem is they killed their momentum by having horrible design choices with these auto-fail long stealth sections on top of the other stuff, so it's like, it's not going well. And this just points to a long line of things are going to be weird for Ubisoft as far as financially 2024. Now, financial 2024 ends for them March 31st. So they've got 2.5 months to make a bunch of money. In 2024, we started off with a bang. Their amazing pirate game, the quadruple A game that was super awesome and we loved because it was about harvesting bananas.
It's still going.
It's still going, and it's going to continue to go. And then they put out a Star Wars game, and they expected to make a bunch of money, and they did very poorly.
Yeah.
And we're going to round the year off with an Assassin's Creed
is
game.
coming out February, right?
No, well, okay, so then it got pushed. It's now coming out
Oh,
March
no.
20th.
Wow.
And so it's the performance for the game has been bad for the past couple months. People who've got hands-on experience are like, hey, this is older infrastructure and you've added more polygons and you've added more things to it and it runs like trash. What are you doing? And so they're taking that feedback. They're taking feedback from other player feedback as far as like things within the game, and they're adjusting stuff. But the problem with that is March 20th is only 11 days before the end of the year for them. So they only get 11 days worth of sales for Assassin's Creed. That is the IP for them.
Everyone wait 12 days and then buy
And
it.
then buy it.
And then buy it.
Damn,
wait.
Joe, that's
Just wait.
dirty. Yeah, so to better incorporate
They're playing
player
with my
feedback
emotions with the pirate game. I'm playing with
gathered
their
over
money.
the past 3 months. So even the early people playing it was like, hey,
There's a
this is not, you might want to change this. So everybody who was suspecting that there's something up with Assassin's Creed Shadows was right. Because even, and it's often companies don't do this. So, oh, yeah, we'll take the feedback, we'll put out day one patch. It'll be all right. They're like, no, this is more than a day one patch. We need 3 more months to incorporate all of this early player feedback.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was November originally and then pushed to February, now pushed again. I mean, this is bad.
As part of a
just
renewed
wait.
focus on gameplay quality and engaging day one experiences, it's been decided to provide an additional month of development to Assassin's Creed Shadows. This additional time will allow the team to better incorporate player feedback gathered over the past 3 months, that's what it meant, to help create the best conditions for launch by continuing to engage closely with the increasingly positive Assassin's Creed community. The game is now scheduled for March 20th. That's good, man. I'm glad that it gets out of the busy month of February because I want people to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I was worried that this game might take away
that's a
from
real
Kingdom
game.
Come Deliverance 2. But what's in March 20th? Let me go.
March
and
is a
look.
kind of a dead month. So
Assassin's
March is a
Creed.
dead month,
yeah,
huh?
so there's not a whole lot that comes out there. So like this kind of gives them the entire, stage to make
Why
some
did
big
everything
sales.
come out February?
Yeah.
Okay. I know towards the end of January is Monster Hunter Wilds, and you want to stay away from that if you're trying to make a splash. So that's probably why they didn't jump back a week or two. We wanted an extra month.
Yeah, one thing they constantly mentioned is like we've seen an increasingly positive reaction from the overall community, saying that people are hating on their game less. Well, we're seeing less of the game, and so people aren't able to see how poor the performance look.
More and more time, people will be more positive.
Yeah, and then there's always going to be the people who are mad at it for reasons that are, in my opinion, silly.
Yeah.
There's never been historical accuracy in any fucking Assassin's Creed game. I mean, yes, Notre Dame looked really good, but it was still about harvesting the blood magic and traveling back through time in Abstergo garbage. So who cares?
Okay, so here's what we have for March. March 4th, 2 Point Museum. March 5th, Wizardrum. March 6th, Fragpunk, which is, I think, that card
game.
No, absolutely not.
I'm willing to give it a shot. I like cards, but I don't know if it's any good. Wanderstop, March 11th. Assassin's Creed Shadows, March 20th. Releasing around that is Lost Records, Bloom and Rage Tape 2. Never heard of it. March 18th is when that is. March 21st was Atelier Yumai, The Alchemist and Memories of Invention Land. Probably a anime game, maybe.
Tales of the Shire.
Tales of the Shire is March 25th, a Lord of the Rings game.
It's a relaxing
That's
game.
that, is it like a cooking simulator or is it like a life simulator?
Super cartoony, yeah.
Like Animal Crossing kind of, but with hobbits. So, yeah. That's genius. They got the month of their.
Genius.
They just saw that dead month and they were like, we're jumping there.
I mean, it is a big deal that they're going to miss out on a lot of sales and
for their year, business side.
Yeah.
Yearly reportings, but they'll just excuse that. Be like, yeah, well, look, this was right before, and here sales are continuing into the beginning of the next fiscal year.
They've marked down their current estimates for Q3 because of the really poor performance of Outlaws, and so they're like, hey, we thought we were going to make a bunch of money. We didn't make very much money at all. Lower your expectations. And so these companies put out the beginning of the year, this is what our expectations are. Mm-hmm. Now, at the end of Business 2023, they were looking at the release schedule, and they're like, we have the first quadruple A ever. We have a Star Wars game, and we have finally what everyone has been asking for a decade, Assassin's Creed Japan. The investors were looking
on
at
paper,
it going like,
oh, that's
holy
pretty
shit,
cool.
2024 is going to be a banger year. Well, it's been a dog shit year for them because this pirate game was terrible. The Star Wars game underperformed, and Shadows only gets 11 total days. Now, you also have Tencent and then the brothers who want to take this company private again, and the worse Ubisoft does in 2024, the better it is for them. Because if the stock takes a giant shit based on poor performance throughout the entire year,
they buy it at a lower price.
They get to buy it at a lower price. And so...
yeah, the only other two games that are around that is March 24th and March 25th. One is called The First Berserker Kazan.
I cannot wait to play that game.
And that is apparently a Sekiro-inspired game.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that one.
And the other one is Atomfall, which I think I played the demo for that in a Steam demo. It's where, a mech lands on a planet. It's like a survival game with a mech thing, I think. Yeah, so it is it's pretty good that they moved there because you and Joe are right. It's kind of a dead month, March. Mm-hmm. At least for now. You never know if some other announcements are coming. And
Half-Life 3.
GTA moved up to March 20th.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah. That would be funny.
Yeah, I don't foresee good. We're going to probably talk a lot about them in the next coming months about who is buying them and for what price.
I still want them to do. They're the ones doing the NFT game still, right?
Oh yeah, the Rayman NFT game.
Yeah,
super exciting.
That's gonna be good.
It's gonna save the company.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I got.
Okay, I got some stuff. I saw some news stories, and I screen capped it on my phone here. Balin, if Ahsoka season 2, obviously with the passing of Rey, Stevens, he would play the role perfectly.
He did.
And it's like, who do you even replace him with? I was thinking Liev Schreiber, I think, would have been a good. I wonder if they even spoke to him.
He's not tall enough.
Yeah, I guess they
It's
didn't.
Tom Cruise, but
Ray
he's always playing the tall
Stevenson
guy.
is his name, Ray Stevenson. And So they chose an announcement, and they just announced it. So for Ahsoka Season 2, Baylan has been recast by the Game of Thrones star. Oh, crap. What's his name isn't it like Rory?
Yes.
Rory the Hound. Rory McCain. Okay.
Yarp.
I can see it. I would have preferred Liv Schreiber, but you say he's not tall enough?
Yeah, because the Stevenson's like 6'3".
Oh, shit. Holy fuck, you're right. And this guy, Rory, is 6'6", so he's definitely got the height. That probably did factor in.
I mean, like you could see
he's got the beard look too.
Yeah, and then his little apprentice standing next to him. It's just like he was a big man.
Yeah,
and you could put him on a soapbox, I guess.
You don't know about him?
No.
Would you have liked Liev better? Wait, Liev's 6'3".
Is he?
Yeah. Schreiber could have done it. I wonder what happened. Maybe he wanted too much. He was busy, or he just said no. You never know. So, okay, well, then he's been recast. So I was wondering what Disney was going to do there because, this is kind of one of the first opportunities. They had an actor pass away, and they were doing CGI faces. It's like, are they going to do CGI? Are they going to kill him off screen, which would have been terrible? It would have sucked. There's been no reason to watch Season 2 because Baylan is really one of the more interesting characters on the whole thing, and we want to know what ultimately happens with him. So that's some good news there.
I like Rory. I mean,
I heard
it's on your side. It's on mine. I like Rory enough. I'm not interested. Like right now, I'm not excited to watch Season 2. It's like they've ruined some characters and some things that I thought were really cool. So it's like I don't trust the people in charge. But this is a good recasting. I'm glad they're doing it. So this is a potentially bright spot.
Potential bright spot, incoming.
We'll see.
What's not a bright spot is League of Legends. So I was considering after Arcane Season 2 to kind of, dip my toe in League of Legends, see what the new player experience is like. Apparently it's terrible. It now takes 882 hours to unlock a single new champion.
Who's got that much
in
time?
League of Legends for a new player.
Yep.
So in the age where Marvel Rivals are releasing new characters completely for free, okay, Dota's completely free. Overwatch 2 even abandoned their unlock requirements for new heroes, and Marvel Rivals starting off with like 30 fucking characters for free. You're telling me League of Legends is still doing this old, antiquated, outdated business model. So apparently what happened, I think it's like after level 30 or something like that, they've taken the way the new system has been structured, they've taken away a lot of the currencies and not currencies, but little things that you would earn that could help you unlock things quicker.
Yeah.
And so now it's 882 hours to get a single new champion, which would take you something like 6 years to unlock the rest of the champions. Because if you remember, there's a lot of fucking characters in League of Legends. And this is all, there's a lot of posts on it in the Reddit. They're upset about it.
Joe, they make it so easy, and it's not super expensive.
There's a few people defending
you just buy a skin, and then you get the character for free, and it's only a couple dollars for a couple hundred for 100 and something characters, and it's like, so I played long enough ago where I have had every character in the game, and I had enough blue essence where I had anytime a new one came out, I got a new one, but. After stopping playing for a long time, going back, it's like, hey, a couple new characters are out. It's like, holy shit, they have made this so expensive, and you earn so little of the blue essence. You just can't do it anymore.
They want to push their fan base into buying the monthly Game Pass. That's kind of like their tactic here, is to earn some of the currencies faster.
What they try to do.
Well, then I think you get all character unlocked if you have Xbox Game Pass. So if you're looking to get into League, which I don't recommend, you'll be happier if you don't touch it. I think every character comes free if you link your Xbox Game Pass account to your Riot account.
There's ways, there's other ways, there's other incentives, but they're still holding on to an old, antiquated system. The new player experience is not very good. There are so many lacking in tutorials that the game needs because the game meta has evolved, and this is a constantly evolving meta somewhat, and there needs to be better tutorials for new players. And I was kind of shocked by that because, with Arcane's success, you would think that they would adopt new play model styles to accommodate any large influx of players. And they say, no, this works for us. We like, pushing people for bundling the champions and skins together to force people to spend a bunch of money. When Marvel Rivals has proved that you don't necessarily need to do that. Now, would Marvel Rivals probably be making even more money if they did that? They probably would.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give Marvel Rivals a little bit of credit and NetEase, because NetEase hasn't exactly had the good record. And so I'm a little surprised at how NetEase is doing this, and they're being rewarded for it. And we need to continue.
I mean, there's a major difference between the two. One's at the end of its cycle, one's starting, right? So one needs to build goodwill with the whole community.
Right.
And, 10 years down the line, maybe NetEase starts doing crazy stuff when they realize. Because Tencent's at the end of League of Legends, and that's who's making the decisions here. So.
Yeah. Okay. And then I think one. So that's a piece of bad news, somebody holding on to their old habits. I have a piece of good news pertaining to the Yakuza series, Joe. So I am getting more and more excited. They just had a Yakuza Direct on January 9th, and if you're excited about Yakuza Pirate game, more details of that game has been released.
Action combat?
A real pirate game.
It looks good, Joe. You control your ship, and you got flamethrowers, and I think there was sea creature. Basically everything that I was wanting in fucking Skull and Bones is there, with crazy, characters and characters that you like.
Boarding actions, all sorts of crazy stuff.
The other one had boring actions too.
What? Wait, did you say boarding actions?
That's what I said.
Or boring
actions?
The other one
We got those.
boring actions too. Okay, so the pirate. So here's what the news story is. You know how Yakuza kind of fucked up and locked New Game Plus behind sort of a paywall where you had to either get it in DLC or buy the Ultimate Edition or the upgraded edition. That's a no-no. Don't fucking put New Game Plus, game modes like that behind paywalls. Well, apparently they've announced they've learned from their mistake, and that's not going to happen with Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. They have decided that there would be a New Game Plus, and it will be free. And it'll be, come out later, and that they're going to focus differently on the DLC, which is going to focus mainly on microtransactions, new skins, new characters that weren't in this game, like say Daigo, Yuki, Ono Miko, and Chicken the Nugget will be available through some of these DLC. People that can join your pirate crew that weren't originally in the main game story. So
I mean, it's action-based combat. It's pirate-themed. It's coming at the right time of the year. I think this is going to kill for them. So, I mean...
I'm going to get it.
I'm going to get it. We can't wait to play it. We're definitely going to cover this one. This one is right up our alley.
Yeah, February.
I need to make sure it's on our list here. February. What's the date? I didn't put it on the list. Yakuza Pirate. Is it still February?
I thought so. February 20th.
Yeah, weird. It's not on GameSpot's list. That's so weird.
GameSpot doesn't like pirates.
Yeah, fuck GameSpot then. Okay, February 20th. And make a little slot here for that because I'm really excited for that. And it's looking better and better. Look at the Yakuza Direct stream that came out the 9th. It's on their channel. So that's good news.
Yep.
And we'll end on that because it's always good to have some good news that they are reconsidering their bullshit tactics with the DLC. Now, there's still going to be microtransactions in the DLC. And that's fine. So as long, you have skins and you have new characters and that kind of stuff. So as long as the game up front is a complete experience. We don't want it to be like an expansion pack and just feeling like, because we were concerned initially that it was going to be more like a $20, $30 game, really, than a full experience.
Their games are always long, but sometimes it's just like, hey, man, this section we've done 5 times. I'd rather it be a tighter experience with, less copy paste stuff. Sometimes you get bored. This one, I don't know. We'll see. But it's right. It pairs right up against Monster Hunter Wilds, and so I'm worried for them.
Oh shit! Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds comes out February 28th. So at least it comes out before then. They better get all the sales they can.
But they're sandwiched right between that and Civ.
Avowed.
Avowed and Civ.
Yeah.
So it's like
this is why you need to get. This is why Assassin's Creed wanted to get the fuck out of February, and why Kingdom
Pass,
Come
right?
Deliverance probably went up a week, though. Being first, I think is going to be good because there's really not a lot in January, and then the first big thing is going to be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And people really received our video quite well. Thank you, by the way, for watching that video all the way through. I looked at everybody else's preview video because we were there with a few other people that were recording, and all their videos were like 15 minutes, and I was like, oh shit! I was like the only one that like did this 2-hour-long experience showing what Joe did, showing what Alex did.
I killed everybody.
Yeah.
I saw the comments. I promise you, I'm not a psycho.
Joe is partially a psycho. You don't know what Joe did. I would peer randomly into Joe's gameplay as I was doing my gameplay. He's having a fight with a naked man in his bedroom.
He woke up and was trying to rob him.
He literally was like fighting him and killing him, and then he begs for his life for Joe not to kill him, and Joe takes no mercy.
And I was robbing him afterwards.
And he kind of like falls into the door and crumples like a rag doll.
Then I was attacking a cow.
There's some stuff I didn't even put in. And by the way, I'm really upset with the quality of the footage. I think whoever helped the boys with their, and then even my footage wasn't as sharp as my source footage. So sorry on the quality, but I think a lot of you forgave it because of the gameplay was so fun. There's so much I didn't include. We might even be able. I can't wait to stream that game. But Joe, I checked in on you. Not only did you get branded, you also got whipped.
Yeah.
You just randomly whipped. Every time Joe got arrested, they were like, "No, we need to add a little extra onto this."
I was looking at it. I don't think you put it in there. I was already up there, like
in the stockades
for my crimes. I get down, like, all right, you're good to go. As soon as I get down, this guard comes up. He's like, hey, we've been looking for you. Get back up there. I was like, damn it.
So when you play when you play the game poorly,
damn it, I missed that, Joe.
Yeah, so I was back to back. I went back up there. Then after that, I got branded.
Another video.
I got branded. I got whipped. No one wanted to fuck with me. I was like, well, time to become a real outlaw.
Yeah. Yeah, we had very different players.
It's a lot of fun.
We had so much fun.
Now, I don't think you can actually play how Alex was playing. Because Alex, at one point, something triggered in Alex where I'm going to fucking murder everyone.
I was talking to one of the developers, and he's like, hey, you have to be careful. And I was like, hey, can I see if I can break these quest systems? He's like,
you were trying to break, because that's what it looked like you were doing.
What was cool about it was, so my character, anytime I walk by a guard and they said something snide, I would lure them into the forest, I would kill them, take their stuff, and then walk into town. And then you become kill on sight. But if you sneak through, you can still trigger all of the quest figures in town. So I was able to do all the quests. I was able to progress the game, even being kill on sight.
Right.
But I finished the experience.
But sometimes when you're going on a quest and you're on the horse and you're talking with doing the quest line, all of a sudden in the background in the cutscene, hey, get off that thing. And Alex would have to stop the fucking quest and go and murder some fucking guy. And then once that guy's dead, hops back on his horse and continues.
When you're good at the combat, even naked at level 1, you can kill high level guards if you're good at combat. So it's like it's a fun game.
It was funny because like I was playing next to Alex. The guy's like, "Oh, you have all this armor," and he looks at mine. He's like, "You still have your starter weapon?" Like, yes.
Yeah, Alex had some high level shit at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, a lot of fun. So as you can tell, we'll definitely be covering that game as it comes out. My big thing is like if we do get a review copy early, I don't even want to play it. I want to play it
and enjoy it,
like on stream. You know what I mean? Like with everybody. So I don't know. I just got to figure that out. But other than that, it's been fun so far. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Rocket Money for supporting the Angry Joe Show. Thank you for supporting the Angry Joe Show. And we will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.